Welcome back to Nine Souls. I'm dear darling, and let us become one with a way of Tao. Where I can't see my OBS. Here we go. Where last time we found ourselves going down into the lab, and I said that I would look in between episodes because we have basically reached essentially the point of no return. And I was going to look to see like what other things can we do or should we do. There's only one thing which I saw as particularly notable, and that is the map chip, which it turns out, you know how we randomly got an elevator pass randomly in the Imperial District? I don't blame you if you forgot, because I forgot as well. It turns out this elevator pass you can use on this lift to go to the hindered research center. I was going to say for a second there, when it didn't appear, I was like, what? And that makes sense, because that's the elevator we saw. And I was like, how do we get there? And then we never found a way to get there. I thought we'd be going up into it. Turns out we should be going down into it. But yes, there's a map chip here, which we'll be using to actually determine what we have left everywhere, which I don't think is all that much. But there is, hold on, there is one thing which I do remember. I'm just trying to remember where it is. I think it might be directly beneath us, which I actually remembered afterwards, or figured out afterwards, but it's with this thing. I was like, how do we do this guy? And then I realised that this is what this guy's here for, surely. That's the wrong one. But this is what the giant green explosion is for. It goes through the wall. So yeah, that's one more thing, which I was like, I probably should have realised at the time, but did not realise till afterwards. But the lift one, I will be fully honest, I had to look it up, so... I still don't know if this is the best way... Oh my gosh. Let's go about it. It might actually be easier for us just to run across here instead of trying to... Oh, I forgot we could actually go that way. That's probably faster. But yeah, a rare use case for this green explosion person, which is not what they're called, but nonetheless. So we'll go back to the pavilion. We'll give it to Shanghai 3000. Is that what they're called? I actually don't remember now. But it would have been another way to get Jin, but so be it. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else really. Unless there's something that we've missed. Shanghai 9000. I do remember picking up a broken assistive robot before takeoff. Shanghai 9000, not broken. Shanghai 9000, good as new. Only one goal, since rolling out of the factory. Before goal is complete, Shanghai 9000 won't go. Last map data for you. And then can we say anything to you now? Every robot assistant equipped. No. I don't actually know if they have any dialogue before we do anything. No, that seems all the same. Okay, so we'll have a look at the map to see if there's actually anything we missed. And it seems like with that last thing, that's everything. And there's nothing in here. Okay, so it seems like we're basically ready to go. That's it. We're going to go beyond the point of no return. I do know, just to be again transparent, that there are things which we need to do after the point of no return, relating to requests. So one thing will be for Shanghai 9000, and the other one would be for Chio. I can imagine I already know where the Chio thing is. Must be this thing in the top left, because that looks like Chio's brother in there. And I assume, I would guess the Shanghai 9000 one might be this corridor down here, seeing as the fact that we can't go there yet. So that seems like something which should only be possible afterwards. This isn't a boss fight? I'm actually kind of shocked about that. You can kind of see all the escaped mutants at the back there. This one looks different from the others, but... I have a strong feeling we're going to be running into a fight soon. So we already know from this area on the map that there are no collectibles, which is fascinating. I don't know which way we should be going, to be honest. Well, this looks like a way of progress, maybe. And we can't even go that way. Ooh, that might be where Igong is. Hold on. Can we look into it? Because we know Igong's research thing is into that flower. At least that's what she was researching with G. Oh. I dashed the wrong way. How random. What's going on over here? Oi. There's a whole place around here, okay. Look at all these guards. That's not how you do that. Okay. Is this progress? Oh, looks like we should be unlocking these things as we go, rather than doing it one by one. I thought we were going down an optional way, but it looks like we have to go this way. What's up here, though? How do we even get up here? Again, we're not expecting any treasure chests, so I'm not sure why there even are other sections, if that makes sense. Okay, let's interact with this first one and see what it does. Oh, logs. Okay, recording device. We're about to get a lot of lore, I assume. I can't remember what voice I gave you. Origin era, year 450, winter 120. I've never seen a catastrophe like this. The unworld was spread all throughout Banglai. No Salarian will be spared, including myself. However, during this chaotic time, the Tiandao Council was able to maneuver itself to the top. This has helped us secure an unprecedented amount of support and resources. Our new Kunlun Research Center will bring back all the functional technologies. I must live up to everyone's hopes and find that cure. That is our current mission. So is this where we're going to find out her tragic backstory? She's just so hellbent on finding success. Finding a cure, that she just went to insane lengths to do it or something. The world will know that science is our only hope. Interesting. I also see we supposedly have chromosomes up there as well. Is this what the XX and XY is for? Interesting. Origin era year 452, spring 48. While I was speaking in the Xia Kingdom, a severely injured young boy was put in front of me. Ah, this is when she met, Yi, I assume. He had suffered serious injuries from an explosion. I did not expect him to survive the next day. Miraculously, it seemed that our primordial roots was helping him regenerate the damaged organs and tissues. That is us. Using my rhizomatic stabilizer, the young man not only made a full recovery, his body also exhibited unprecedented symbiosis between Salarian cells and genetic material from the primordial roots. This data may lead us to even more breakthroughs. I've been blessed by the heavens. Okay. I can see how that would make sense. She's looking for, essentially, immortality. How do we get it? What? There's a treasure chest up there. Something for immortality, and she found it with G. Just by pure happenstance. Sorry, not G, E. Well, I guess E and G, now I think about it. What's that? Cats. Oh, another log. Okay. Is this why everyone's a cat? Origin era, year 457, summer 81. I've been going through solution after solution, only to find that I'm dead wrong every single time. When we isolated the Tianhe gene from an embryo, the results did not resemble Salarian in either appearance or intelligence, to say nothing of its incredibly short lifespan. In fact, we might not even be able to create a cure in time. It was invisible. Oh, I just got it. I'll speak about it after. It was a fraught situation that ye came up with an eternal coordinate project. It's risky, but it might be our last big gamble. Therefore, I've decided to move all our available resources towards the eternal coordinate project. Research on the cure is by no means terminated, just postponed. The Tianhua evolution discovered a tremendous secret. The Tianhua virus is not a virus. It's just a result from a genetic mutation. That without them, they would not be sentient like they are now. That's how I'm understanding it. How do we get up here? As in, without the Tianhua virus, they would just be regular cats. Oh. Here we go. We don't need to go up there now. I'm just doing it for the sake of proving I can. Because as it turns out, you can just do it from below, but... So, yeah, okay, so the Tianhua virus is what makes them sentient cats, essentially. That's fascinating. What happened? What happened to that? That one's possessed. Is this place haunted? That would be a plot twist if Aigong is actually dead. I can't imagine that being the case, because that would be a weird final boss, but still. So how did they first find the Tianhua virus? Oh, this is her experiment she did on G, which we saw in his final death sequence. Origin era. I should have been looking at the years. How many years are between these? Origin era, year 468, winter 1223. Fantastic! We have found a new ray of hope on the eve of a launch. Our research was totally misguided. We need not to rely on the primordial roots to eternal life for Solarians. With data from G cells, not only develop a serum for Tianhua, we will also be able to achieve true immortality. I believe we can overcome all the challenges we face. Okay. So it turns out I was wrong about you, Aigong. I came up with a theory that you may have invented the Tianhua virus, but it seems like the Tianhua virus is not a virus at all. It is literally just a genetic mutation which allows sentience. Essentially. Well, okay, it's not like cats aren't sentient, but like, sentience and equivalents of humans. Intelligence, shall we say. On the level of humans. A Solarian that can live for thousands of years without any genetic modification. The source of G's vitality differs vastly from that of Kanghui or Yi, but this information needs to be concealed, especially from Yi. We can't afford any more missteps at this juncture. Why? Isn't he your researcher? Well, he's not your researcher. Wait, is he your researcher? I don't really know what he is, to be honest. Foundation era, year 2. Autumn 1023. So this is, okay, Foundation year is when we launch the ship. The Eternal Cauldron. Despite not meeting expectations, we already have a prototype of a cure. The next step will be to test the cure on our test subjects. After several rounds of observation, adjustment, and additional testing, we should be able to perfect the serum. Solarian clinical tests take a massive amount of time to conclude. Luckily, the Eternal Cauldron project has bought us that precious time. In the end, the credit still goes to Yi. Why did it all go wrong? As your mentor, I thought you'd understand. Interesting, so by this point Yi's already been eliminated by Aigong. Or we still don't really know why, to be honest. What, rude. We still don't really know why Aigong killed us or what disagreement we had. Or maybe we do, but I forgot. But this was a cause. This was their cure. It was a mutation, not an actual cure. Foundation era year 37, winter 215. Still unclear if one can be completely cured of Tianhua, but there are no doubts regarding the effectiveness of a serum. Based on our reports, Tianhua growth seems to have been suppressed in Dust Guardians who have received a serum. However, it's worth noting that a very small percentage of test subjects experience secondary mutations. These mutations have led the affected Solarians to take on a new form. What follows is a loss of sanity and an increase in violent behavior. It's a complete new development that will require further observation. You know, I just also had a thought, again, because I can't remember what has been said at the very beginning of this game. Why are we collecting their souls again? Isn't it something like we need the souls to open a heavenly gate? What does that mean now in the context of all of this? Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Foundation Era Year 125, Spring 527. Waking up from the soulscape over and over again has taken a toll on my body. Solarians exhibiting the secondary mutations, now referred to as mutants, have demonstrated some incredible abilities. Where the roots genes are already present in Tianhua, some mutants have been able to infect and devour a part of the primordial roots. Through that connection, these mutants are functionally immortal. Data corrupted. Data corrupted. Probably makes more sense, huh? So, okay, so she was blinded by the forge of immortality, even through this form. Foundation Era, year 259, summer 8 dweller. I'm soulscape. My head feels like it's about to explode. Returning to our report, the mutants seem to exhibit some collective consciousness. Oh. They share information and act as a group to the point of being energy efficient and coordinated to an extreme degree. This phenomenon goes beyond our traditional understanding of life forms. We may be on the cusp of discovering a whole new type of organism. Data corrupted. So this is her downfall, I assume. And then she's like, infect everybody. This is really a cure. Foundation Era, year 351. No date. We have concluded our clinical tasks are no longer new. After no new qualitative changes were observed. 90% of those who received the serum failed to recover from Tianhua. Ah, wait, so it didn't even stop Tianhua. The remaining 10% turned into mutants. How are we supposed to find a solution? So it's from a desperate love, I suppose, of Solarians being unable to find a cure for them, but she kind of went insane, is my guess. Trying to do it. Okay. Now here's it. It is the grand question. Do we think she's even here? Do we think she's actually already died? In some ways, I feel like that might be the only possibility. But in some ways, it doesn't make sense as an ending to the game. How can she just be dead? Yeah, we've seen this picture before. I don't remember where we've seen this picture, right? But that's her. These are the mutants. That's also her soulscape event. We haven't found it yet, so I assume she must be dead. Right? I can't see a way to get in there. It seems like we had to drop down from above, actually. Oh, but I can't go up again anymore. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess the only thing we can do is enter. So she must have succumbed to the Tianhua ages ago. I don't really know what that means then. Oh, that's interesting. We saw this happen to, Boosies, right? Except for there's an actual silhouette here. So this, my prediction, is that she fully embraced her serum to try and become a mutant. Successfully did become one. And now she's in an eternal unlife. This is why she's got an empty soulscape. She can't remember her memories anymore. Oh, never mind. She's just here. So, this is where you are hiding. You weren't easy to find. Say, I really didn't expect to see you again, Yi. I'm sure you didn't enter my soulscape just to say hello. No. I'm here to patch up my regrets. Have you forgotten already? We were separated in such a hurry, I didn't have time to properly say goodbye to my old mentor. Oh, what a sentimental disciple you are. It has been 509 years since we last parted, hasn't it? Back then, I was able to convince you. Things might not have developed this way. So presumably they had a disagreement over... She wanted to administer the serum to everyone, and he was like, no. I also just realised we're at 20 minutes, so I'm afraid to leave it on this cliffhanger, but on this cliffhanger we shall leave it. So we'll have to find out what happens next time. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been 9 souls. I've been dear darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.